Yeah, welcome to No Man's Sky Endurance Update. Today's guide is going to be a great money making guide and an early game progression guide, all bundled into one. I did this in my best start exactly the same way, but my best start video was, let's just be real, trash. Garbage. So, figured since I've learned quite a bit in the last week on this, figured I'd just show you guys kind of how I do the early game progression and making money in the beginning. Alright, so once you got yourself a little bit of cobalt and maybe a little bit of salt as well, you're going to go to your medium refinery or large refinery. So, just a quick heads up, you will need to get to the anomaly in order for this to work. Once you get to that part of the quest, the anomaly spawns, you want to get some salvage data, you want to get the 2-slot refinery, and then you want to have some nanites to get your economy scanner. Economy scanner is a great tool. I recommend getting it and installing it right away. Alright, so if you take cobalt, you put it in with oxygen, it'll turn into ionized cobalt. Then you take the ionized cobalt, put it back in with the oxygen, and it'll convert it to a 1:6 ratio. So one cobalt will give you 6, one ionized cobalt will give you 6 ionized cobalt with oxygen. And then once you get 4 stacks of ionized cobalt, you're gonna have 8 stacks of regular cobalt. So take your 4 stacks of ionized cobalt, stick it back into the refinery by itself, and it'll convert it back into regular cobalt. You can do the same thing with salt. Salt will turn into chlorine, and then you take the chlorine, stick it back in with the oxygen, and it'll convert that as well at a 1:6 ratio. 1 chlorine will refine you down to 6. Alright, so once you get your 8 stacks of cobalt, the more you have, the better you're going to be, the more money you're going to make. But a minimum of 8 stacks. And I'll explain why this is in just a minute. Get you some chlorine. I don't have very much, but that's fine. We're going to have all the money we want very, very shortly. So, we're going to fly to the space station. And once we're on the space station, I'll go through with the steps and the route that I take. Alright, we're going to jump out and we're going to go right to this side right here. We're going to walk over to the exosuit guy right here on the left. We're going to grab our exosuit upgrade from this. Okay? And then you can check out the multi-tool if you want, but they're usually not very good. You're going to look in this room for 2 things. You're going to look for a traveler. You'll know what they look like. Their heads are a lot different than others. They're brighter. And there's like a yellow terminal thing on the wall that you can extract nanites from. You got to be in the correct system to do that. So from here we're going to go to this side and we're going to look for a traveler on this side. There is a room on this side you can get nanites from, but there is never anybody in there, so don't expect to find a traveler in the room on this side. And this is the side with the sell terminal. Alright, so we are going to go ahead and sell our cobalt. There wasn't any other traveler. Each stack of cobalt you sell is going to lower it by 10%, reducing the price to buy it back. But we're going to look and see if they have chlorine for sale. They do not, so do not sell your chlorine, or else you will not be able to get it back. So, sell your cobalt and then immediately buy it right back. And then we're going to go ahead and go to the next system. But you can also summon the anomaly and get your exosuit upgrade from there on each system that you go to. Alright, so we are looking for a tier 3 system. I will list all the tier 3 systems here in just a second. And we're going to jump to that system, and then we're going to go to the space station, and we are going to repeat that same process over and over and over again until we get as much money as you want and all the portal glyphs. and all your inventory slot opened up. From your general slot, your technology slot, and your cargo slot. You're going to get all those opened up in your exosuit. So, coming into the station. Alright, so we're coming in to the station here, and we're just going to repeat that same process. But on this station, there is going to be a traveler. Actually, in fact, there is two. There is a way to get a glyph from each of the travelers on the station, but follow these steps to a T to get them. So we're going to run over here. We're going to do the same thing. We're going to grab our exosuit upgrade, just like before. We're going to go check in this room, and there is not going to be a traveler in this room, but there is this thing right here. This is how you can get some nanites. There is one on each side in each of the rooms on this station. So there's no traveler here, so we're going to run directly on the other side here. And once we get to that other side, we are going to see some travelers. You'll get to see what they look like, so you can kind of keep an eye out for them once you start doing this. And I totally failed going up there, so yep, take my old butt up these stairs. So there's one right there. You can see how his head is way different than others. Alright, so there is two here, so do not talk to both of them. Only talk to one in the beginning. So talk to one. The first set of questions does not matter. You can answer however you want. So you're going to have to go in and talk to him one more time. And this is where you're going to get your location for your first glyph. Right there. 100 nanites. So go ahead and give him 100 nanites. He's going to give you a grave marker location, and you're going to fly there, and you are going to get your first glyph. I will show you that in just a second. So there's the other one. Do not talk to him yet. You're only going to be able to get one at a time. So what we're going to do is we're going to sell. So this station does sell chlorine, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to sell our cobalt and our chlorine. Boom, boom. And then we're going to go back and buy it right back. I always buy the oxygen too. So go ahead and buy that. And now we're going to go jump in our ship. Hello? Oh yeah, I didn't offer him 100 nanites. Haha, yeah. So let me get the location first. Then we're gonna hop in our ship. We're gonna fly there. Now it's very important that you fly directly there. You don't mess around too much, because that other traveler can leave the station by the time you get back. So the quicker you can get there and the quicker you can get back, the better. I have had him leave once. By the time I got back, he wasn't there. So, alright, so once you land, just run up to it, press E on it. You know, you can read all this, and then it'll say extract glyph, which it won't for me because I've already got all 16 of them, but for you it will. And then we're going to fly right back to that space station, and we're going to go talk to the second guy. Once you talk to him, you pay him 100 nanites. You don't care if he leaves the station or not. Just as long as you talk to him before he leaves, you're good. So just on this one station, you're going to get two. You're going to get two glyphs from this one station. Now, just be patient with it, because you can jump 4, 5, 6 times and not see one. I mean, you can jump for quite a while and not see one. You just got to be persistent, keep jumping, keep selling. When in my best start guide, by the time I had all 16 of them, I was up over 1 billion units. So that'll kind of tell you how long it could take. It could take quite a while, but if you do it right and you jump to tier 3 systems, when you open up, when you go to your teleporter, most of your systems should be all tier 3 economy systems, so that'll be good. Alright, so now we're going to run up here and we're going to talk to that other one, and we are going to get that second location. And you'll know if you talk to him, it'll say visited underneath of his name there. So this is the guy that I need to talk to. The other one will say visited. So now this guy will say visited as well. So, all right. And then you're just going to fly out, get your second glyph. And we're basically done on this station. We can go out to space. We can jump to a whole new system and do the same thing over and over again. But before we fly to a new system, each system you go to, you can get 2 exosuit upgrades. You get one from the space station, you can get one from the anomaly. So in each system, spawn the anomaly in. I'm going to show you that here in just a second. And we're going to go get our exosuit upgrade. And we're going to get 2 from this system, so you don't have to do it as many times. So there's the second portal glyph for me. I'm not going to fly there because I already got all 16 of them. But for you, you would fly there. So I'm going to spawn this anomaly in. And we're going to go in. We're going to get our exosuit upgrade. And that's all we really care about on the anomaly here is the upgrade. Or the inventory slot, I should say. So that's that. We're landing here. And we're going to go upstairs where all the other guys are. For your like Exocraft, Starship, all those guys is where we're going. So right past these guys here, down this hallway. It's going to be the middle terminal. No, the last terminal on the left. So you just grab your exosuit upgrade and call it a day. Now we can move out. So now I'm going to show you guys a little bit of a bonus for those who stayed through the video this far. Alright, so for those of you who are trying to get oxygen, trying to get chlorine, we're going to get all the things built up. We are going to go to a portal, but first thing you're going to do is you're going to go into your options, go to network, and turn off multiplayer. Make sure that is disabled. You do not want that enabled. And then I have a base right next to a portal. Not really a base, just a building with a portal in it, really. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to a location. I'm going to make sure I sold here. I'm going to buy the oxygen and the sodium because you are going to need some of this stuff. You're going to need sodium, copper, oxygen, dihydrogen to activate the portal. So I get there and I don't have any dihydrogen, so make sure you're prepared. So we're going to go ahead and go to the portal right now. There it is. Now this is not something I came up with. This is something they fellow YouTuber, close friend of mine, kind of showed. I sniped it. I'll tell you that right now. I sniped it because it was awesome. Like, this is glorious. The guy that made this, kudos to you. It's awesome. Probably the best one I've ever seen. I've seen quite a bit. This is probably the best one. You'll see what I'm talking about here in just a minute. We're going to go ahead and activate with what we can. Now with these portals, what you're going to notice is sometimes, even though you have the red amount, it won't put that bar on the bottom of the picture. It won't take that all the way to the right. Just make sure you go back in there and get those all the way full, those white bars at the bottom, or else it won't activate. So it happens every once in a while. Not very often, but sometimes. Alright, so right here. Alright, we got all charged. Let's go ahead and put in our location. If you want to go here, you can go ahead and pause the video right here and enter the location, as I do. So we're going to activate the portal. And then we are going to put in the address. So boom, boom. This is what you want to do to get there. 2 triangles. The like brewing stand looking thing, I guess. An airplane. And then we're going to go with a Y looking thing, a ship. And the last one is going to be the square, and it's going to turn that portal on. This is going to be glorious. You're going to thank me, but make sure you turn off your multiplayer. So go to network, disable multiplayer, because you will probably be fighting somebody else for this. So loading, and once we get here, we're going to hop in our ship. Alright, so we're going to jump in our ship right now. And we're going to fly up in the sky pretty high up. And what we're looking for is a comms ball that says S-class chlorine. Right here, this is what we're looking for. So we're going to go up into space, and we're going to just pulse down into it to make it a lot faster. And we are going to go to it, and it's going to put me on the ground when I'm right next to the landing pad for whatever weird reason. So you make sure you land on the landing pad. So you're going to see some glorious stuff here in just a second. Alright, so this is what the building looks like. This thing is awesome. Looks amazing. He did such a good job on this. So you're going to go in, you're going to go right down that hallway there. And you're going to see these things right here. These things are phenomenal. Chlorine. Wait. Even more chlorine, or actually salt. You gotta turn it into chlorine, but basically chlorine. We're just gonna call it chlorine. Yeah. I don't know what I'm doing here. Grab that out of there. Come on, you can do it, buddy. Come on. Come on, man, grab it. Come on, you can do it. Alright, so you got salt for days. And you got oxygen for days. There's 40. Basically 80,000. And 120,000. 160,000. And that's it. Yeah. So, I mean, he's even got refineries here that you can use. Oh, it's not it. There's more right here. Just kidding. There's more. For days. So you're going to need some inventory space if you come here. Well, there's the bonus. There's the video. I appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully these videos are getting better on my channel. Sound's getting a little bit more balanced out. Hoping to see some comments down in the comment section so I can actually interact with the community here and give me some ideas on something you guys want to see. I'll make a video of it. I'll do anything other than sing you a song. You don't want me to sing. Your ears will probably bleed. So that's it. And you can just keep repeating the process of jumping to a new system, get all your upgrades, all your inventory slots opened up, and all your glyphs, and then you can start jumping to get some multi-tools or some ships. So have a good